Game number 2 of this series between the Seattle Spitfires and the Hartford Whalers. Set to get underway here in Hartford. The Whalers took game number 1 back in Seattle in overtime after a 4-3 overtime winning performance. Frederik Andersen will get the start here again for Seattle. A less than stellar performance from him in game number 1 as Mike Smith absolutely shut the door for the Whalers. He'll get the start here again as game number 2 about to kick off. It's John Tavares and Victor Rask at center ice for the opening faceoff. Rask will win that. And here come the Hartford Whalers. David Perron cutting in. Sends it across for Rask. He's hooked, and a penalty coming early here to Seattle. Perron from behind his net. Sends it back to the point. Spurgeon. In for Tyler Toffoli. As he go around behind the net. Cuts in front. Stopped up there by Andersen. Tavares touches up. And less than a minute into the hockey game, the Spitfires will head to the penalty box. Right there, the hook by William Nylander. Nylander, 2 goals in game number 1, including the game tire that forced overtime. But he starts this game off in the penalty box. Seattle wins the draw to start the penalty kill. They'll send it down the ice. Jared Spurgeon plays it up to his blue line for Charlie Coyle. Coyle carries it in, sends it across for Leddy. He takes a shot. That one's kicked aside by Andersen. Williams centers it in front. That's picked off and sent down the other way. Matt Duchene carrying it in shorthanded. Duchene takes a shot. That one's stopped by Smith. It bounces off behind him and he scores. Matt Duchene, shorthanded. Just an absolute bobble there from Mike Smith. And the Spitfires have an early lead. A fairly simple shot by Matt Duchene. And it's just popped straight up into the air on Smith. He kicked it straight up. Lost track of it when it was over top of him. He's swinging around wildly to find it. Ends up knocking it into his own net. And after the fantastic performance Smith had in game number 1, he's starting this one on the blooper reels. Now the Whalers have to just fight for the rest of this power play to break even here. Morrissey at the point, crosses it over for Niskanen. Niskanen heads to the corner, drops it back for Williams. He'll get a return pass. Niskanen, the other side for Morrissey. Return for Niskanen. Morrissey, that one shot deflected in front by Coyle and stopped by Andersen. Barry sends it out and down the ice. Half the power play gone. Coyle bringing it back in. Charlie Coyle drops it for Josh Morrissey. Winds it, fires this one, stopping in by Andersen. Rebound at the side of the net, and he scores. What a play there from Justin Williams, batting it out of the air. And the Whalers break even on the power play. The game is tied. A point shot from Josh Morrissey. Handled pretty much perfectly by Andersen. He chops the rebound off into the corner right where he would have wanted it to go. But Justin Williams tracks this one down. Bats it out of the air. A fantastic play by him. And Justin Williams ties the game up. They gave up the shorthanded goal earlier in the power play, but they get the power play goal right back. So just over 2 minutes into the game, we're back even at ones. Tyson Barrie up the right side to Wayne Simmons. Simmons crosses center, brings it in. Drops it off for Austin Matthews. Matthews comes in with a shot. The rebound's there in front, but Rask sends it back to Smith, who hangs on. Pretty good chance there for Austin Matthews, of course, one of the best shooters in the sport. Couldn't quite sneak that one past Smith. Tavares, Rask on this draw. Tavares wins it clean. Jake Gardner sends it in. Gets it back at the point. Across is up for Zaitsev. His shot deflected in front by Nylander. And Smith is in front of that one. Rask in his own corner. Carries it out. And across all 3 lines now into the attacking zone. Rask drags it in. Good poke from behind there from Pasternak. Breaks that up, but still in the zone. Rask back on it. To the corner for Toffoli. Back to Rask. Rask driving to the net. Victor Rask in front, takes the shot. That one kicked away. Now Zaitsev in behind his own net. Passes it up to Pasternak. Pasternak crosses center, trying to get in. Can't get around Tyler Toffoli, who stopped him up at the blue line. Rask just posts from behind there by Tavares, and now Gardner brings it in. Gardner heads into the corner, sends it in front for Pasternak. A big shot just blasted wide. Tavares steals it in the corner, sends it in front for Pasternak again, couldn't handle it. Pasternak to the net, in front for Nylander. Nylander, backhander shot, he scores! A backhander from the slot from William Nylander. And the Spitfires have the lead again, it's 2-1. William Nylander's third goal of the series. Coming out of the corner. Just able to walk right out in front. He gets a good backhand shot off from the slot. You see Smith down immediately as soon as Gardner was coming out of the corner, just kind of scooching around on his knees there. And Nylander picked the low corner on him. Nazem Kadri bringing it into the zone now for Seattle. Kadri to the corner. Goes around behind the net. Has Zach Hyman there. Goes off the boards for him. To the point. Clefbaum works it back into the corner. Now Hyman to the side for Ehlers. He's pushed off the puck. Ehlers now has it around behind the net. To the point for Subban. In for Kadri. Now Subban. Kadri again. They'll go back and forth along the right side. In for Ehlers. Kadri walking out in front. Can't get the shot. Oh, was picked off just before he could. And now they've drawn a penalty. Kadri in an attempt to get the puck back ends up slashing the defenseman that took it from him. Jason Demers there in front. So Kadri will head to the box for slashing. The first Hartford power play scored, but was also scored on. See what they can do here in their second opportunity. Charlie Coyle sends it to the front. That one's off the stick. A dangerous pass there into the front of the net that was knocked away. And now sent down the ice. Morrison plays it all the way up for Justin Williams. Leaves it there for Saad. Across now to Coyle. Coyle just sends it in. Williams centering pass for Saad. A great chance kicked away by Anderson. Williams back to the point. That misses everybody. And comes down on a breakaway chance here for Matt Barzal. Barzal in on a break. Takes the shot. Great save by Mike Smith. Just about a second shorthanded goal for Seattle there. As Hartford ended up setting him up on that breakaway chance. Josh scrummed. Matthew tried to come in, but ends up giving it to Williams. Now it's a 2-on-2 back the other way. Brandon Saad coming in. Coyle following up Saad's chance. One-timer, but doesn't get to the net. Niskanen across for Morrissey. Working it in for Coyle. Coyle's good chance there. Stopped by Anderson. Coyle still with the puck. Sends it across Williams. His shot straight on. That one knocked away as well. In front now for Saad. A great chance. That one stopped too by Frederick Anderson. Some great looks on the power play there. Justin Williams with a good shot. Brandon Saad as well. We saw Coyle get an opportunity in this flurry. But Anderson able to knock all those aside. 48 seconds left to go in the power play now. Hartford down by 1. Seattle will win that draw. Barry sends it down the ice. Williams drops it back. Laddie following up, takes the shot. That one doesn't get to the net. It's blocked in front. Puck bouncing around. Nugent Hopkins will find it. And he sends it down the ice. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Hartford looking for a rush, but it's cut off at center there by Clefbaum. They'll try to kill the clock here. Final seconds now, though. They have the chance. Saad cuts it back. Back to 5-on-5. Spurgeon walking in. Takes the shot. That one's low and kicked away. And now finally back to 5-on-5. Nugent Hopkins across from Nazem Kadri. He's just coming out of the box. Nugent Hopkins gets it back to him. In front. Nuge in the slot. Drops it for Subban. He's skating in. Can't get past Justin Williams. Puck still in the zone, though. Now Saad has it. And will carry it out. Brandon Saad into the attacking end. Takes the shot. Rebound chance for Williams. That one knocked away as well. Puck up to the blue line. David Pasternak coming in. Waits for help. Has some from Nylander and Tavares. Nylander for Brody at the point. That one shot up high. Blockered away by Mike Smith. And behind the net, Nylander. To the point. Subban. David Pastrnak. In for Nylander. Throws it around behind the net. Doesn't get to Nugent Hopkins, who is over there, so Hayes will pick it up. And the Whalers will clear the zone. Tom Wilson across to Milan Lucic. 2 points from game one. Takes the shot straight on the net. Handled by Anderson. And he'll freeze play. Hartford puts their fourth line out there for this offensive zone draw. Seattle counters with a Matthews line. They'll win the draw and bring it up and out of the zone. Barzal across to Wayne Simmons. Simmons takes the shot. That one's low. And handled by Smith, who's able to hang on. Both lines stay on the ice now for the face-off in the Hartford zone. Matthews versus Eller again. Matthews wins it cleanly this time. At the point, Zaitsev for Gardner. His shot through, doesn't get to the net. Blocked right in front there by Lars Eller. Now Carl Hagelin sends it across. Dustin Brown. Brown coming in, takes a shot just wide of the net. Comes back to the line, kept in there by Morrissey. Tries to throw it around in front. Simmons will pick that one off though. And Seattle will break out. Jake Gardner jumping up. Gardner tries to throw it around behind the net. Morrissey is back there. Barzal steals it from him. Can't get to the front of the net though. Morrissey takes it back, just hands it off to Mike Smith, who hangs on. Face-off scrum. Hyman comes in to try to win it. Gets it to the slot, but can't get a shot. And Hartford will clear. Tyler Toffoli coming in. Toffoli up the right side. Spins around. Drops it for Demers following up. Now Rask for Rasmus Dahlin. Into the corner. Gets it back to the point. This one's sent in deeply there again. Misses Toffoli though. Comes all the way around and Zaitsev will find it. Zaitsev spinning away from a check. It's slashed. And now a penalty coming to Hartford. Victor Rask gets the stick on Nikita Zaitsev. And Hartford take their first penalty of the game. Seattle will see their first power play coming up here. Matthews wins the draw. Tavares now for a cleft bomb with a shot that goes over top of the net. Pastrnak sends it across. Tavares couldn't get the shot. Kept in though at the point by Clefbaum. Gardner winds and fires. That one's up high. Hits off a body into the corner. Pastrnak sends it in front for Tavares. Can't get the shot. And Hartford looking like they're going to clear, but he's pinned up against the board. Spurgeon is. Clefbaum digging it out. They'll get a second opportunity and finally do clear it. Anderson leads the puck there in the corner. Clefbaum works it around for Gardner. Up ice, David Pastrnak. In with Austin Matthews. Pastrnak takes the shot straight on the net. Smith will glove that and hangs on just long enough to get a whistle. Minute 16 left to go on the Seattle power play. Their top unit will stay on the ice. Matthews wins it clean again. Gardner sending it across, looking for Tavares, but he was tied up. Turns into a giveaway, and Niskanen will clear it down. Jake Gardner back to meet it behind his own net. Plays it up to John Tavares. Half the power play gone now. Tavares works it in for Matthews. His shot up high. Rebound for Pastrnak. Great save there by Smith. Fantastic stop on the rebound. Now Tavares walking around in front. Tried to wrap it around there. Smith stuck with him though and makes the save. What a chance there for David Pastrnak. Finds the rebound off the Austin Matthews shot. And Smith just comes flying across with the pad. Pastrnak, actually he got a glove on that, I think. Pastrnak got some pretty good elevation on that shot. And Smith able to just dive across and make a fantastic save. And that one's cleared out. Straight off the faceoff. Matt Niskanen clears the glass, and a delay of game penalty coming to the Whalers. So now the power play will extend for Seattle. They'll have 39 seconds of 5-on-3 to work with as their second unit steps onto the ice. Hartford makes that play work this time. They keep it in the rink as they send it down. Now coming up with it is Wayne Simmons. Has Nylander and Barzal with him. Simmons gets a return chance. Straight to the net. That one kicked away there. Off the arm of Smith. Sending it to the front. Nylander. He's swarmed on by Josh Morrissey. Can't get a good shot to the net. Subban in for Barry. Right to the slot. Takes the shot. That's deflected into the corner. Barzal sends it in front for Barry. Couldn't handle it. Off to the side. Nylander kicks it around. Morrissey tried to send it around. Bit of a dangerous pass at the front of the net, but it worked. Nick Leddy will clear it down. 5-on-4 now. Seattle regrouping in their own zone. Barry up to William Nylander. Nylander crosses up at center. Nylander coming in. Simmons. He's shot up over top of the net. Simmons picked off the puck there by Rask, who sends it out to center. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. Subban crossed up there by Coyle. Some great pressure there from Charlie Coyle versus the turnover at center ice. Now quickly back. William Nylander coming in. Nylander up for Barzal. That one stepped back. Kept in there by Klefbom. Across the Subban. Subban for Klefbom. His shot straight through. No traffic in front. No deflection. An easy save for Mike Smith. Matthews' unit will come back out here for Seattle to try to get a chance before the power play expires. They won't win the draw, though, and it's cleared down. Final seconds of the power play. Hartford about to come back to even strength. They cross past the penalty box, and they are back to evens now. Tavares coming in, takes the shot. That one knocked away by Smith. Spurgeon being chased around behind his net. Sends it in front. Dangerous play there, but it worked out. Pasternak steals it at center. David Pasternak. Up for John Tavares. Trying to drag it around the defense. Gets stolen from him, though. And now coming in are Hartford. Lucic comes in with a shot. Shoots and scores! Milan Lucic in the final minute of the period ties the game. A 3-on-2 rush. Milan Lucic just decides to shoot this one. And it looks like it's straight on Anderson. It hits right off him and heads into the net. Anderson probably wants that one back. As Lucic seemingly just shot that one straight through him. 48 seconds left to go in the first. A goal in the final minute there from Hartford. Able to tie the game before the intermission. Tom Wilson coming in, looking for more with a chance there. That one's knocked away. Final seconds. Kadri. Across for Zach Hyman. He gets around Niskanen. Sends it around behind the net for Kadri. At the point now. Barry can't handle it. Gets a shot towards the net. Smith kicks it away. And that's the end of the first. A shorthanded goal from Seattle started this game off. Hartford scored as well on that power play to tie it. Seattle pulled forward again, and then in the final minute, Milan Lucic for Hartford ties it up, so we'll head into the second period. All square at twos. Shots just about even. 14-13. A slight advantage for Seattle. Both teams with 2 power plays in the period. Hartford able to capitalize on their chance. Seattle had a 5-on-3 opportunity in there as well. Two goals apiece in the first. bring us into the second here. Still tied. The Whalers, of course, up 1-0 in the series after the overtime win in game number 1. Now have a chance to extend their series lead to 2 here on home ice after winning the first on the road. Both teams battling for it at center. Looks like Hartford will be the first to break through as they send it into the zone. Toffoli gets to it in the corner. Toffoli from around behind the net. Sends it back to the point. Kept in there by Leddy. His shot way wide. And Nylander will pick up the bounce off the boards and carry it up ice. Nylander coming in. William Nylander takes the shot. That one's up high on Smith. Had to fight for that save, but he made it and hangs on. John Tavares, Victor Rask on this draw to the left of Smith. It's Strum. Perron comes in to win it. And the Whalers head up the zone. Toffoli to the corner. Centering pass for Perron. Don't think he quite got a stick on that. If he did, it wasn't much. And Anderson kept it out. Now Subban coming in. Swept back just inside the blue line. Clefbaum back for it now at center. Up to Austin Matthews. Matthews coming in. Steps in, takes the shot. That one stopped. Barzal to the front of the net. Back for Matthews. Can't get around Nick Leddy. A great chance there, but couldn't get a shot. Now to Foley. Up to Coyle. All the way across. Brandon Saad pushed off the puck by Subban, who will take it. They're still fighting for it in the corner. Subban and Saad. Saad has it. Matthews comes in to help. He'll take it away from Saad. A good hit and a stick play from Matthews. Steals that one. And he comes up ice. Now Matt Barzal gets around. Sends the net for Pasternak. A great chance. And a little too close. Couldn't quite pull it past Smith, who stood his ground and made a nice save. A great play by Austin Matthews back in his own zone is what sets up this chance. Subban and Saad were going at it back there in the corner. Matthews came in to help. And a nice check, body check, then a stick check. Got that play going back the other way, and Pasternak had a great chance in front. Matthews now wins the draw. Brody and Barry. D to D on the blue line. Barry in for Simmons. Sends it across. Brody with a chance. Good shot. Good save there. Now Matthews still has it around behind the net. Try to jam it in around the short side. And Smith diving back for it. Keeps it out. Matthews just about caught Smith napping there on that wraparound chance. A great look right there from TJ Brody as well on this shift. Able to skate straight in from the point and get a nice wrist shot off. Smith able to just stare him down and make that stop. Nazem Kadri, Kevin Hayes on this draw. Hayes will win it cleanly. And the Whalers will break out. This third line, the best line for the Whalers in the first period. In the first game, excuse me. Lucic had a goal in the first period as well. Niskanen goes around behind the net. Niskanen off the boards to the point. Kept in by Morrissey. Tried to send it back for Niskanen. That was broken up and comes out to center. Morrissey. Now up for Tom Wilson. Spins it around for Niskanen. He'll carry it in. Matt Niskanen. Cuts back, waits for help to form in front of the net. That was stripped away though by Nazem Kadri and sent down the ice. Rasmus Dahlin. Chased down there by Kadri. Kadri's in fighting with Niskanen and Dahlin. Lucic comes back to help. And he'll start the breakout up. It's dropped back though. Dahlin just about gave that away. Ehlers is on there. But Niskanen fights him off and sends it up ice. This one just cleared down the ice before he could get to center. That's icing. It'll come back into the Hartford zone. Draw scrummed. Can't get out of the zone. Matt Duchesne. Spinning around for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins with the shot. That one stopped. Smith pouncing out at the rebound. Gets to it before anybody dangerous in front could. And he'll hang on to that one. A great chance there from Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Got Smith to kick the rebound straight in front of him. And he had to lunge out after it. Was able to get to it first though. And force this face off and get those tired forwards off after the icing. Gardner for Nugent Hopkins sends that one wide. He'll come around the boards. And now up ice. Carl Hagelin. Into the Seattle zone. Hagelin. Goes around now behind the net. Walks it in front. Great chance for Eller, and he missed the open net. Lars Eller had an open net on that fantastic pass from Hagelin. And he shot it straight through the crease. Another chance now. Brown is straight on. Handled by Anderson, who hangs on. What a chance there for Lars Eller. Right in front of a wide open net. And he just whiffed on it. Seattle wins the draw in their own zone. And they'll come up ice. Wayne Simmons on the right side. Drops it back. That's picked off by Eller before it can get to the defenseman Zaitsev. Eller coming in. Tripped up by Zaitsev and a penalty on the way. Nikita Zaitsev to the box for the trip there on Eller. So another Hartford power play chance. They're 1 for 2 in the game. As right there, Zaitsev, just a lazy stick. Pointed vaguely in the direction of Eller. Duchesne goes dangerously off the top of the glass and down the ice there. Charlie Coyle stripped just outside the blue line by Kadri, who spins and puts an easy shot on Smith. Williams all the way across. Brandon Saad. Saad to the corner. Taken there by Clefbaum. Still fighting through though with Saad. Saad in front for Coyle. That one's centered, but picked up by Clefbaum and now sent down the ice. At Duchesne, carrying it in shorthanded. Duchesne dropped it back. Picked off by Coyle. Very aggressive penalty kill here again. Kadri steals it in front for Duchesne and he scores! Matt Duchesne's second shorthanded goal of the game. It's 3-2 Seattle. Nazem Kadri forces the turnover at the Hartford blue line. Brings it in, a fantastic pass out of the corner to Duchesne, who just steps in to this one-timer. And Duchesne, who had a shorthanded goal in the early minutes of the first period, has another shorty here in the second. His second goal of the game restores the lead for Seattle. It's 3-2. Toffoli coming in. That shot won't get to the net. Toffoli now coming out of the corner. Sends it in front for Rash. Drops it back to the point. Straight on. Blocked away by Frederick Anderson. And now Seattle will clear. Of course, remember the first period, Hartford gave up that shorthanded goal, but scored on the power play. On that same power play. To at least break even, they're going to have to try to do that again here. Perron stopped up. Still has the puck, though. Pushed back from Hyman, who was coming back. Forced to leave it there for Rask, who sends it into the corner. Brody goes around behind his net. It's kept in. Spurgeon coming into the slot. Takes the shot. Scores! Jared Spurgeon. And they wipe the shorthanded goal off the board again. Hartford ties it back up. Jared Spurgeon skates straight towards the net after corralling the puck along the boards. Gets a great wrist shot on the net. And just a pure snipe there from Spurgeon right inside the corner. As the Hartford Whalers, after giving up yet another shorthanded goal, score in the power play again. Their power play has 2 goals, but all they've done is break even in the game. Perron out of the corner, sends it back to the point. Spurgeon, who just scored, puts another shot on the net. This time stopped by Anderson. John Tavares up for William Nylander. Nylander cuts in for Tavares. Can't get it to the net. And Hartford will clear. Perron up the left wing side. David Perron crosses up now. Heads to the opposite corner. Drops it back for Demers. Working in for Brown. His shot's blocked. And Seattle will clear. David Pastrnak Heading into the left corner. Drops it back to the point that misses everybody and will come all the way down the ice. Anderson will come out to play it. And he'll send it straight back up. All the way up now to Pasternak. A great two-line pass there from Anderson. Pasternak jamming through, gets the shot. And Smith hangs on. Face off to the right of Mike Smith. Scrummed. Brown will come in. Matthews steals it though. Matthews comes in with a shot. Good chance there. Straight on as Mike Smith hangs on. Matthews backhander chance in front, on again, rebound chance, goes right back to Smith and he keeps that one out. Under 5 minutes left to go now in the second period. Williams' shot deflected in the corner there by Anderson. And Seattle will break out of the zone again. Subban up for Matt Barzal. Barzal gets around Dahlin. Barzal drops it to the point. Subban across now for Clefbaum. His shot through the traffic, blocked in front. Williams tried to clear it, couldn't. Barzal for Matthews, great chance again. And robbed once more by Mike Smith. Austin Matthews has had some great looks at the net in this game. But Smith just keeps turning them aside. Austin Matthews, Charlie Coyle on this draw. To the right, to the left of Smith. Matthews wins it. Clefbaum drops it through the legs, looking in front for Matthews. Simmons sent it up there to him. But he had pressure on him, and Hartford forces the turnover. Now coming into the zone, Williams takes it to the corner. Centering pass there by the Seattle defenseman. Works out for him. Played up the other way. Nick Ehlers up for Kadri, backhander on the net. That one stopped. Kadri still has the puck. Kadri spinning around the zone, drops it to the point. In now for Barzal. His shot stopped. Rebound. Kadri stopped again. Out to the point. Barry keeps it in. Spitting away. Pinned up against the boards though by Tom Wilson. As Sod will come to dig it out. Some pressure though from Kadri all over it. Now Kadri on it. Takes the backhander. That one shot straight on the net. And hung on to there by Mike Smith. Great play by Nikolai Ehlers inside the blue line to keep that one alive. Some great looks on that shift from Seattle. The Barzal chance and the Kadri follow up on the rebound. Mike Smith, after a bit of a suspect goal in the first period, has refound his form he had in game one. Look at that passing play, the one-timer from up high in the slot. Smith forced to make another nice save. Hazel wins this defensive zone draw. They can't clear it though. It's picked off as they're trying to clear it again. This time on a second chance, they'll play it up ice. Tom Wilson coming in on his off wing. Takes it to the corner. Drops it now for Lucic. Back to the point, Spurgeon. Spurgeon walks in with a shot straight into the glove of Frederik Andersen. Matt Duchene, Kevin Hayes on this draw. Final minute of the second period. Played up Kasperi Kapanen. Back for Matt Duchene. 2 goals already in the game. Duchene for Kapanen, just on the net. Just about snuck through Smith. He reached back for it. But it stays out. Draw from Lucic, can't get it out of the zone. Second chance he will. Final 5 seconds of the second. Milan Lucic coming in. Takes a shot at the net. That one blockered away, and that's the end of the second period. Another shorthanded goal from Matt Duchene, quickly followed up by another power play goal from Hartford Whalers. The only two goals in the period will stay tied heading into the third this time. Tied at 3s. Seattle really jumped ahead in the shot category there in that period. They only had a 1-shot advantage after 1, now a 10-shot advantage after 2. 31-21 the shots. Mike Smith having yet another fantastic period in that one. Hartford's power play 2 for 3 on the night, but they've given up 2 shorthanded goals as well. So the man advantage, a double-edged sword in this game for the Whalers so far. Third period underway as Victor Rask wins the draw to start it off. Letty up for Rask. Brings it in, heads to the corner, drops it back. Tavares picks that one off. And here he comes up ice. John Tavares coming in, has Pasternak with him. Tavares takes it to the net. That one blocked away. And into the corner. David Perron plays it up now. Victor Rask heading into the corner, sends it in front. Perron now for Spurgeon. Back to Perron, playing it around the zone. Letty walks in, takes the shot. That was blocked right in front of him. Won't get to the net. Now coming back the other way, David Pasternak up the left side. Pasternak to the corner. Or the center in front. That pass was blocked. Comes in around behind the net. Pasternak still on it. Now Nylander with a big one-timer chance. That one's kept out by Mike Smith. Now coming out of the zone. Here come the Whalers. Victor Rask spinning around in the zone. Drops it back for Spurgeon. He's got a goal already in the night. A one-timer chance through. Doesn't get to the net. That was Justin Williams. Williams trying to play it to the front, but it was stolen and sent up ice. Matt Barzal now for Seattle. Tried to send it in for Pasternak. That got picked off. And the Whalers will come back the other way. Charlie Coyle in for Brandon Saad. Back in there for Coyle. For Williams. Drops it Morrissey. Behind the back pass. Ends up being intercepted by PK Subban, who's tripped up. Brandon Saad trips up PK Subban. And Seattle will get their third power play opportunity of the game. They're 0 for 2 so far. Two of Seattle's goals have come from special teams. Neither of those on their own power plays. We'll see if they can pull ahead here with the man advantage in their favor this time. Subban coming into the zone with it. Heading towards the corner. Subban drops it back to the point. In front for Simmons with a chance. That one's to the net. Kept out. Barzal following up. That one just wide. But Dahlin decides to hand that off to Smith, who will hang on. Austin Matthews, Charlie Coyle on this draw. Matthews will win it. Barry shoots. That was blocked, and the rebound will come out of the zone. A straight block on a winding slap shot. Now John Tavares drags it in with a shot. That one just about snuck through. And Smith reaches back and keeps it out. A toe drag or a shot there from John Tavares. Just about beat Smith. Are able to squeeze everything together and keep that one out. Matthews wins the draw. Subban for Tyson Barrie. Back and forth to the blue line. Barrie winds and fires. That one's blocked in front. Now Pasternak to Tavares. Across looking for Matthews. Couldn't get it to him. Subban in for Tavares. That shot doesn't get through either. Barrie plays it up the boards into the corner. One-timer chance for Matthews in front. And he's robbed again by Mike Smith. What a power play chance for Austin Matthews. Just stepped into a one-timer. Point blank in the slot. And Smith somehow kept it out. Tavares into the corner now for Matthews. Setting it in front. Pasternak was there but couldn't get it. Comes to the line. Not out. Now it is out. Gardner couldn't keep it in. Clefbaum tripped up at center. Another penalty coming. John Tavares coming into the zone. Drops it back. It's picked off. And here comes another penalty. It'll be a tripping call against Carl Hagelin. So 33 seconds of 5-on-3 for Seattle to work with the second time. They've been up 2. in the game. Blast, that one couldn't get through, but it ends up bouncing its way out of the zone anyway. So they'll have to regroup at center. Now Nylander bringing it in. 20 seconds left to 5-on-3. Shoots and scores! Wayne Simmonds! On the rush play, Wayne Simmonds goes off the bar and in, and it's 4-3 Seattle. Nylander just passes this one up to Simmonds. He's on his off wing. Has a bit of an awkward angle to get this shot off. But he does, and just I think just the ability to get a shot like that off from the angle he was facing at fooled Smith. And it's a perfectly placed one as well. Inside the post, off the post and in. Wayne Simmonds gives Seattle the lead. Now still a lengthy power play opportunity here for Seattle. Barzal sends that one wide in front. Now for Nylander, he scores as well. William Nylander, second of the game, his second 2-goal game of the series. Back-to-back power play goals put Seattle up by 2. The last goal, it was Nylander setting up Simmonds. This time it's Simmonds to Nylander. And he's left uncontested in front of the net again. William Nylander's power play goal makes it 5-3. Spurgeon up to Coyle at the blue line. Charlie Coyle takes it to the corner. That's picked off. And now here comes Wayne Simmonds up ice. Simmonds coming in. Leaves it there for Austin Matthews. He'll head into the corner. Matthews drops it back for Simmonds. That was knocked away into the corner. Barzal was on it, but he gave that away to Spurgeon. Now Spurgeon skating up and out. Up to Brandon Saad. Saad takes it wide, takes a shot at the net. Anderson stops that one and hangs on. Four goals in 2 games for William Nylander so far in the series. And they've been some big ones as well, including the goal that forced the overtime in game 1. Now an insurance marker here in the third. Face-off scrummed, kicked out towards the front of the net. They're still fighting for it. Wilson will come in. Now he controls it. Tom Wilson drops it for Jason Demers. Across looking for Kevin Hayes. That shot to the short side, kicked out. Kadri up the boards, gave it away. Wilson gets slashed on a penalty coming. Nikolai Ehlers slashes Tom Wilson. He'll head to the box for slashing. And the all or nothing. And in this game, both. Hartford power play gets back out there again. They've given up 2 shorthanded goals. They've scored 2 power play goals. They're 2 for 3 on the night. We'll see what this power play does for them here. We know they can score. They've done that. But they got to keep it out of their own net in the process. David Perron coming up. Sends it all the way across to Toffoli. Toffoli drops it back. Niskanen. In for Toffoli again. Now across Perron. Morrissey back to Perron. On a final lane in the net. Toffoli winds and fires. That one's deflected in to the corner from Anderson's blocker. Zaitsev played that one up ice. Just about set up a breakaway. Now Hartford regrouping from their own end. Up now to Toffoli. He'll carry it into the zone. Toffoli heads to the corner. Drops it back to the point. Niskanen. Rask for Niskanen. Rask again all the way across for Toffoli. Off the boards behind the net. Sending it around, and that comes to the line and out. Toffoli now up the right side, waiting. Brings it into the zone for Perron. That one's shot. Deflected into the corner. Rask Off the boards to the point. Toffoli was there. Now Morrissey coming in. Draws it for Toffoli. Niskanen plays it across. His pass is broken up, but he keeps it alive. Now Duchesne has it, and he clears it down. Matt Duchesne has both shorthanded goals in this one. Out there on the penalty kill again. Perron coming in. Perron across for Toffoli. He takes the shot. That's blocked by Clefbaum. Final seconds of the power play. Sending it in front. That one won't get to the net, and it's cleared down. An uneventful power play there for both teams, I suppose. Nobody scores on either side. We're back to 5-on-5. Victor Rask now coming in for Hartford. Rask to the corner. Sends it in front. Batting around there in the slot. Seattle will find it and clear it out of the zone. Wayne Simmons coming in. Simmons to the net for Barzal. Couldn't quite get that one past as Smith followed him across. Lucic put the pressure on Clefbaum, forcing him to make a bad pass that turned the puck over. Now Wilson, 2-on-2 with Lucic. Wilson spins around. Sends it in towards the zone. Rask is back there, in behind the net. Subban's on him. Rask sends it out in front, but it's picked off. As Pasternak, who's coming up and out of the zone. David Pasternak sends it across. Oscar Clefbaum. Barzal with a shot. Short-handed chance. Short side chance, excuse me. And Smith had to make 2 saves on that one. Barzal tried to just sneak it in the post. Tavares and Hayes, they'll battle for that one. Comes out in front. Tavares has it. Tavares into the corner. Sends it in front, looking for Nylander, but he's tied up. Nylander has the puck at the side now. Goes around behind the net. Try for the wraparound chance. Smith having none of that one. Makes an easy save and hangs on. Justin Williams. Charlie Coyle with a shot. That one's straight on the net. Anderson able to make that save. Tavares won that draw on his own end. Fighting with Justin Williams, just able to drag it out. Entering the final 5 minutes of the third period. Tavares drop pass picked off there by Saad. Brandon Saad brings it up ice. Now into the zone. Saad heading to the corner. Taken there by Gardner. Gets past him. Goes around behind the net for Williams. He's pinned up against the boards with Nikita Zaitsev. He'll kick it out. Sending it in front of the net. That one's off a Seattle stick. And sent out of the zone. Ehlers all the way across to Nylander. Nylander goes around behind the net for Tavares. To the point. Brody in for Ehlers. He gets his stick lifted. Tavares right in front of the net. Oh, wow. That puck bounced around and ended up on the stick of John Tavares in front. He had a great chance there in Smith. Somehow able to track that puck as it just bounced around the zone. Seems like him and Tavares were the only 2 people on the ice who knew where the puck was. And Tavares couldn't quite get it past him. Lucic coming up now for Hartford. Lucic takes the shot straight on the net. It's underneath. Anderson has to fall back for it. We saw Lucic sneak a shot through Anderson earlier. He just about did there. Kadri wins the draw in his own zone. Clefbaum plays it up to Hyman, who gets it out of the zone. Zach Hyman across now for Kadri. Over to Ehlers with a shot. Rebound there. Ehlers following up. And Smith had to stay in front of that one. He made the save. Hartford wins the draw in their own zone. They'll play it up ice now. Down by 2. Just about 2 minutes left to go in the third period. They gave it away. Now coming back. Duchesne for Kapanen. Can't quite get around Nick Leddy. He pins him up against the boards. Kapanen still has the puck, though. Kapanen gets around to the net, takes the shot. And that one's stopped by Mike Smith. Matthews wins this drop. Rhodey plays it in for Barzal. Now Simmons at the net. That one stopped. A great save there from Smith as Simmons was looking roof. Morrissey off the boards to Lucic. Now Hayes. There goes Smith to the bench for the extra attacker. Hartford down 2. Trying to go 6-on-5 to get a chance to tie the game. Niskanen coming in. Drops it for Hayes. Now at the point, Perron winds and fires. That one's deflected into the corner. Lucic in front. Hayes takes the shot. That one's stopped by Frederick Anderson. Hartford putting their best line through the first game and for much of this one as well on the ice for that chance. Now they'll counter. This time with the Coyle-Sod-Williams line. Demers for Coyle. That shot won't get to the net. David Perron, the extra attacker. Zaitsev finds it for Seattle. He'll bring it up. The empty net looking there for Simmons, and he scores. Wayne Simmons, second of the game. A power play goal earlier. Now a goal on the empty net. That should just about seal it for Seattle. Here in game number 2, they're up by 3 in the final minute. A great response for the Seattle Spitfires in this one after losing game number 1 at home. Especially after the first period really came out and grabbed control of this game. They took over the game in the second. Their power play exploded with 2 quick goals that finally decisively put them ahead. And now Simmons coming in. Some 2-goal nights from Duchesne, Nylander, and Simmons. 2 goals apiece. Anderson, after a less than spectacular game in game number 1, made some big saves in this one. Still maybe not quite looking to top form for him, but it was enough in game number 2 for the Seattle Spitfires to tie the series. The Seattle Spitfires will take game number 2, 6-3. Seattle got a 10-shot lead after the second period. They don't look back in the third. They extend that further. They'll lead the shot totals 44-28 in this game. Power plays even, but the difference, Hartford scoring 2 power play goals, also giving up 2 shorthanded goals on those power plays. Both of those goals coming from Matt Duchesne. 2-goal nights as well for Wayne Simmons and William Nylander. Those 3 are your 3 stars, Simmons, Duchesne, and Nylander. As the Seattle Spitfires, after dropping game number 1 at home, take game number 2 on the road, and the series is tied at 1s.